Emily was a shy 6-year-old girl who loved music more than anything else in the world. She spent her days humming along to her favorite tunes and dancing around her living room, dreaming of the day she could see her favorite singer live. However, there was one thing that made her heart race with fear: large crowds and loud noises. When she heard that Elvis Presley was coming to town, she couldn't contain her excitement. The thought of seeing him perform made her smile, but as the concert day approached, the butterflies in her stomach turned into a storm. She had never been in a place so full of people before. As they arrived at the venue, the bright lights flashed, and the sound of cheering fans filled the air. Emily held on to her mother's hand tightly, feeling both thrilled and terrified. The moment they stepped inside, she was greeted by an overwhelming wave of noise. The excitement of the crowd made her feel small and lost. Standing near the back of the venue, Emily watched as Elvis took the stage. His voice filled the room, creating a magical atmosphere that made her heart swell with joy. Yet, as the lights twinkled all around her and the music grew louder, she felt a wave of panic wash over her. Tears began to flow down her cheeks as she tried to cover her ears, wishing for a quiet place where she could feel safe again. The venue was alive with energy as fans filled the seats, eagerly waiting for the show to begin. Colorful lights danced across the stage, twinkling like stars in a dark sky. Each flash brought gasps of excitement from the crowd, creating a buzz that made Emily's heart race, but not in a good way. The air was thick with anticipation, and the noise of cheering voices mixed with the hum of instruments made her feel dizzy. As the music began, it spilled out into the audience like a warm embrace. People swayed and clapped along to the beat, their joy infectious. Yet, to Emily, it felt like a tidal wave crashing over her, pulling her under. She looked around at the sea of smiling faces, all caught up in the moment, and felt utterly alone. The bright stage lights shone down like suns, illuminating everything in vibrant colors, but they only added to her discomfort. Every burst of sound felt like a thunderclap, echoing in her ears and making her cover them tighter. She wished she could shrink into herself and disappear. Her mother's comforting presence was beside her, but even that couldn't shield her from the overwhelming sensations surrounding her. Emily took deep breaths, trying to steady herself as she watched Elvis move rhythmically on stage, his charisma lighting up the room. Little did she know, someone was about to notice her struggle amidst all this excitement. As Emily stood at the back of the venue, she watched the crowd sway and cheer, but all she felt was the weight of her anxiety. It was as if the bright lights and loud music were drowning her in a wave of fear. She wanted to enjoy the performance like everyone else, but the excitement around her only amplified her discomfort. Each roar of the crowd sent shivers down her spine. It felt as if everyone was laughing and having fun while she was stuck in a bubble of panic. The faces around her blurred into a sea of joy and energy. She could see her mother smiling at the stage, lost in the music, but Emily felt distant from that happiness. Her heart raced with each beat of the drum, and waves of noise crashed against her. The laughter and joyful screams from other fans made her feel even smaller, as if she didn't belong in this vibrant place. She clutched onto her mother's hand tighter, seeking comfort. Deep breaths turned into shallow gasps as she fought back tears. In the middle of this vibrant celebration, it was hard for her to see herself as part of anything. Emily only wanted to vanish away from it all. Just then, through all the chaos and lights, Elvis appeared more dazzling than anyone else, and she felt an unexpected connection to him, even though she was feeling so lost. Little did she know that he would soon notice her struggle and bring a spark of hope in this moment filled with fear. As the concert continued, the bright lights flashed wildly, and the music pulsed through the air like a living thing. For Emily, each moment felt heavier than the last. She watched the smiling faces of people around her, but their laughter only deepened her loneliness. Suddenly, a wave of panic washed over her, and before she could stop herself, tears began to fall. Silent sobs escaped her lips as she tried to cover her ears, wishing the noise would fade away. Her heart raced, and she felt like the world was spinning around her. While the crowd cheered for Elvis, completely absorbed in the performance, Emily felt invisible and alone in her distress. She glanced at her mother, who was still captivated by the show, and that made her feel even more isolated. A few fans nearby noticed the little girl crying but quickly returned their focus to the stage, swept up in the celebration of music. Emily wiped her tears with trembling hands, feeling lost amidst a sea of joy. The sound of the crowd seemed to drown out everything else. It felt like a different world entirely, one where she didn't belong. With each tear that fell, she wished for someone to notice her pain. Just then, as if answering her silent plea, Elvis stopped mid-song and scanned the audience. His gaze landed on her, and in that moment, time seemed to stand still. Little did she know how this connection would change everything for her that night. As Elvis continued his performance, he filled the venue with his magnetic presence. Dressed in a flashy outfit that shimmered under the bright lights, he moved across the stage with a confidence that captivated everyone in attendance. With each note of his soulful voice, he effortlessly connected to the hearts of his fans, drawing them into his world of music. The audience swayed and sang along, their voices blending harmoniously with Elvis's mesmerizing tone. His passion for performing was evident. He smiled at the crowd, making each person feel like they had a special place in that moment. He could make thousands feel as if he was singing just for them, creating an atmosphere of warmth and joy. Elvis knew how to read the crowd, adjusting his energy to keep everyone engaged and excited. When laughter erupted from a joke he shared or a playful wink landed on a group of fans, it only drew more cheers and applause. People danced in their seats, clapping along to his catchy tunes as they were swept up in the magic of the night. Yet amidst this lively scene, one little girl remained lost in her own turmoil. Emily watched as Elvis poured his heart into each song, unaware that this extraordinary artist offered not only entertainment but also connection. In that moment of vulnerability for both her and him, something special was about to unfold, a bridge between his warm spirit and her tender heart that would forever change how she viewed music and community. As Elvis sang his next song, he suddenly noticed a small figure at the back of the venue, tears streaming down her face. The sight of little Emily, clearly overwhelmed and distressed, cut through the joyful noise of the concert like a whisper in chaos. He had always been attuned to the feelings of his audience, but this moment struck him deeply. Pausing mid-performance, Elvis stepped away from the microphone and scanned the crowd, his warm expression turning into one of genuine concern. A hush fell over the energetic crowd, their cheers silencing as they sensed something significant was happening. Curious whispers spread through the audience, keen eyes now focused on Emily. Elvis raised his hand, signaling for quiet, and all eyes turned toward him. "Hey there," he said softly, his voice carrying an affectionate warmth that seemed to settle over the room like a comforting blanket. "What's your name, sweetheart?" There was no denying the impact of this pause. It created a bridge between him and Emily, one that instantly captivated everyone in attendance. In that precious silence, time felt frozen. The crowd held its breath as they shared in this unexpected moment of vulnerability and connection. Even though she felt shy and scared, Emily's heart fluttered with hope as she met Elvis's kind gaze. This was more than just a concert now. It was an opportunity for acknowledgement in her time of need, something magical about to unfold in front of their eyes. As the silence enveloped the venue, Elvis's eyes remained locked on Emily, and he leaned closer to the microphone, his voice gentle and soothing. "Hey there," he said, breaking the tension in the air. "What's your name, sweetheart?" His words were like a soft embrace, wrapping around her and soothing her racing heart. Emily could hardly believe it. The king of rock and roll was speaking directly to her. For a moment, all her fears faded away, replaced by a warmth that filled her with hope. The crowd shifted their attention toward her, sensing the importance of this connection. Whispers of encouragement spread through them as they shared in this intimate moment. "Don't worry, honey," Elvis continued, his eyes twinkling with kindness. "You're safe here with us." His genuine concern for her well-being was evident, and it resonated deeply with everyone watching. It was as if he had the power to see right into her heart and understand her feelings of fear and sadness. Elvis took a moment to pause, letting his words sink in. The audience held their breath, eager to see how this would unfold. In this space of vulnerability, Emily felt a sense of belonging that she had longed for since entering the venue. She managed to whisper her name, and as she did, she felt a wave of comfort wash over her. This simple act of kindness from Elvis transformed her experience in an instant, igniting a spark of joy that had been hidden beneath her tears. With the crowd still holding its breath, Elvis smiled warmly at Emily and announced, "Now I'd like to dedicate this next song to a very special little girl in the audience." The atmosphere shifted, filled with anticipation, as he began to strum his guitar. The opening notes of "Love Me Tender" floated through the air like a gentle breeze. As he sang, his voice wrapped around every word with tenderness and sincerity. Each note seemed to reach out specifically to Emily, offering her comfort and love. In that moment, the chaotic world around her faded away, and she felt as if she was wrapped in a warm hug. The lyrics danced in the air, creating a cocoon of safety that eased her racing heart. Elvis gazed into Emily's eyes, conveying emotions that spoke louder than any words could. The crowd, caught up in the magic of this moment, swayed along softly to the tune. Their earlier excitement transformed into a shared sense of tenderness as they witnessed this beautiful connection unfold on stage. Emily's tears began to dry, replaced by a bright smile that lit up her face like sunshine breaking through clouds. She felt seen and cherished in that vast arena filled with strangers. As Elvis continued to sing, it became clear that this dedication was not just for Emily. It was a reminder for everyone present about the power of kindness and love in music. The entire audience joined in, their hearts with slow clapping and cheers, celebrating not only Elvis's performance, but also this heartwarming connection blossoming before them. As the soothing melodies of "Love Me Tender" filled the air, something magical began to happen to Emily. The warmth of Elvis's voice wrapped around her like a cozy blanket, washing away the fears that had gripped her moments before. With each tender note, she felt her heart start to ease, and slowly, the tears that had streamed down her face began to dry. Emily's breathing steadied as she listened intently to the song, feeling as though every lyric was meant just for her. The comforting words penetrated her soul, instilling a sense of safety and belonging she had longed for in that crowded hall. As the music continued, a smile began to spread across her face, brightening her features and illuminating her eyes. It was a smile that revealed pure joy, replacing the distress that had once clouded her expression. The audience around her responded warmly to this transformation. They could see how deeply Elvis's song resonated with Emily, and their hearts swelled with happiness for the little girl finding solace in such a daunting place. People began to clap softly in rhythm with the music while nodding their heads in approval, sharing in this precious moment of connection. As Emily's smile widened, she felt a wave of love wash over her, knowing she was no longer alone. In this extraordinary instance, the chaos of the concert faded into the background, and all that mattered was the beautiful bond being formed between Elvis and herself. She realized that music could be a powerful source of comfort and joy, a realization that would stay with her long after the last note faded away. As Elvis finished singing "Love Me Tender," the room erupted with applause and cheers, creating a wave of support that filled the venue. The audience, moved by the heartfelt dedication and Emily's transformation, began clapping rhythmically, their hands creating a powerful sound that echoed throughout the hall. It was as if they were all united in celebrating not only the music but also the beautiful moment they had just witnessed. People rose to their feet, giving Emily a standing ovation, showing her that she was not alone anymore. Faces lit up with joy as smiles spread across the crowd. Many waved and shouted words of encouragement like, "You're amazing!" and "We love you!" Their excitement was contagious, wrapping around Emily like a warm hug. As her initial fears melted away, Emily felt the love radiating from the crowd. She stood taller now, her heart swelling with pride and happiness. The supportive atmosphere transformed the entire venue into a place of kindness and warmth. Each cheer seemed to lift her spirits higher, reminding her that she belonged here, surrounded by people who cared. Elvis looked out at the audience with a proud smile as he watched them rally around Emily. This powerful display of community spirit reminded everyone present of the profound impact music could have on their lives. In this magical moment, fear was replaced by love, and Emily basked in the overwhelming joy of being celebrated, marking this night as one she would cherish forever. As the applause for Elvis began to subside, the energy in the venue shifted into something even more profound. The crowd, moved by the heartfelt performance, and Emily's incredible journey from fear to joy, turned their attention fully to her. Standing at the back, Emily felt an overwhelming wave of love wash over her as they all rose to their feet in unison, transforming the atmosphere into one filled with support and kindness. The sound of clapping echoed around her like a heartbeat, steady and strong. Faces lit up with smiles, and voices called out words of encouragement, creating a chorus of affection that enveloped Emily. "You're amazing!" someone shouted, while others joined in with cheers and shouts of love. It was as if everyone had come together to celebrate not just a performance, but the beautiful spirit of humanity. In that moment, Emily felt genuinely seen and cherished. She beamed brightly as she looked around at everyone applauding for her, a shy little girl who had once felt so lost and alone amidst the crowd. The love radiating from those around her lifted her spirits higher than she ever imagined possible. Elvis watched with pride as this moment unfolded before him. He knew that music had the power to connect people in remarkable ways, and tonight was a testament to that truth. The standing ovation for Emily became a symbol of unity and compassion, reminding everyone present that kindness can light up even the darkest fears. This night would forever be etched in their hearts as a celebration of love, connection, and the magic of music bringing them all together. In the days that followed the concert, Emily's experience lingered in her heart, transforming her life in ways she never expected. She often thought back to that night when Elvis noticed her tears and dedicated a song just for her. It became a cherished memory, not only for her but for everyone who had witnessed that beautiful moment. The audience members spoke of the event with fondness, sharing stories of how they had seen a shy little girl find her voice amidst the music. Each person in attendance felt inspired by the sense of kindness and unity that enveloped the venue. It served as a powerful reminder that even the smallest gestures could create waves of compassion and warmth. Parents shared the story with their children, teaching them about empathy and understanding those who might feel alone or afraid. Friends reminisced together, reflecting on how music could bridge divides and uplift souls. The concert became a symbol of hope, encouraging others to open their hearts and extend kindness in their everyday lives. Emily blossomed over time, gaining confidence from that unforgettable evening. She began singing along to her favorite songs unabashedly, often performing for her family and friends. The shy girl who once felt lost in a crowd now carried the spirit of that concert with her, an unwavering belief in the power of love and connection. As years went by, that special night remained a pivotal moment in all their lives. It was a celebration of humanity's ability to uplift one another, proving that kindness and music could truly change lives forever.